Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here. Right, model for today, for a clean up and a restore if needed. Love it or hate it, it's the JJ prize. Right, so the Enterprise was from the 2009 version of the Star Trek, well, the reboot, redo, cock up, whatever it is with the third, yeah. Let's not get fully into that just yet, let's just start dusting. I understand how this ship came around, because you can't have a Matt Jeffries looking ship getting covered here in the 21st century. It looks dated. It was amazing for the time, but it just, for the TV, for the HD audience, it looks dated. For a Trekkie like me, I absolutely love it. This is kind of, ooh, look what we can do. We can add that, we can add this. It's like when you get a chav who buys his first car. Oh, I'm gonna go to the Halfers we have over here. Not sure about in America or China or wherever else, but when you soup up your car, you put the chrome stuff on, and you put the flashy lights on it and everything. It just makes it look very chavvy. So it kind of looks, you've put it on steroids. You've done something more with this, and it just looks a little bit odd. So I don't know, really. I really don't know. I mean, this is a very dirty model, by the way. But a damn good dusting is what it needs. But hopefully me dusting it, you can see the different angles of this. Oh! Again, it's another lit one. There was only the one model that wasn't lit that I have. That was only a Polar Lights miniature one, small version. I'm actually quite proud of this, the way they all went together. It's actually not bad. It took me a while to do. Again, using the original base for this. Not getting enough off that brush for some reason. You may have noticed something there, that button. Now, this is one of the few, I think possibly the only one with a lighting kit that I actually bought for. And it was a good lighting kit. You pressed the button, you did this, you did that, and it all changed the flashy lights and stuff. It was a circuit. I've still got the circuit somewhere up behind where the camera is. But it just didn't work for me. I didn't know how to do it. The instructions were crap, so I hadn't got a clue what I was doing. So, yeah, basically, I just made this into another static model. And I'm missing the, for some reason, because you can see inside there, oh, excuse me, oh, no, double excuse me, let's try and get this up. The shuttle bay doors, they're in the house somewhere, but trust me, they are there. So there's a lot of detail on there. I don't have to zoom in at all much on this. There's a lot of good nods to the original, a hell of a lot of nods to the refit version, and I am a massive refit Enterprise fan. Phaser banks like that, yes. Lighting blew up, yes. Looks a little bit Excelsior-ish, the underneath, even though the saucer looks far too round from underneath. It looks like an Enterprise E sort of roundness. No triangle parts on here, like landing gear and stuff. Don't know what these are. No idea. But this came, I got the Aztec decals with this. And I do quite like it, but there are a lot of places where it kind of cocked up a lot and it just didn't seem to work right. Or you put them in water for too long and it'd just dissolve on you. So there is a model out there that I've got. I think it's the Enterprise B. That's a spoiler for you. Which does have massive problems with the decal kit. It was too thin, it was too weighty. You just put it on and it just dissolved on you. So, without further ado, let's plug this in turn her on. Now this isn't as bad as I thought. There's a quite good positioning for the lighting. It is over the top on the actual model. It's far too over the top. It's far too blue for itself, but running light's probably too big. That one's perfectly fine, the red one. It doesn't glow up too much. White's probably too bright green, so it does need matting down a lot. Bridge section there. There is actually, what's really weird about this, there is a lot of extra modding kits on this. There is a bridge inside there, which came as a brass extra part there, like behind where the nacelles are. There is, if you look carefully enough, inside, where are we? There is the brass sections on it. There you go. However, the problem with this is you wouldn't be able to see them quite well, and I was planning on putting motors behind this so they would spin. Concentric motors. I got a motor which was from a helicopter. One goes one way, the other goes the other, and it would work perfect on there if I could slow it down enough, get enough torque on it, but you'd put less voltage on and it would just spin like crazy, or it would just stop. So I couldn't get them to go the opposite way around, nice and steady plodding around, so I abandoned that. The motors are actually still inside there, I think. So maybe for the future I could possibly do something. But there is the brass sections in there which you can see. However, if you can see, it does lose it by me spraying that with a matte lacquer. So I can tell there's something in there. However, you don't know what it is. It's amazing the lighting effects on this. There's like the parts underneath there, both underneath the nacelle section down here. The end parts, the end pods of the nacelles, they really do all glow up really well. And the side of the ship goes really, really well. Full engineering section. Bit disappointing with the dish. Now let me show you something. Turn power off, on. There is a light behind there, it just does the middle section only. I could not get it to do the rest. And there are no way in hell I would paint every single one of these vanes on the outer dish. Far, far too much. The low part of the saucer there, nicely lit up, and the windows on the sides. And the engines on the back. This is a part of the upgrade kit as well, if I can get you close enough in, past the camera, thank you. The engines just glow up enough for me. I'm really happy with that. For some reason it looks like underneath here it glows, but it's not. There's just yellow lights. Just a little bit of light in there, a little bit of red. Didn't want too much. Whereas everything is blue. It's too blue. That's why you have to do the white LEDs as best as you can for the rest of it, to make it not look like you're glowing your entire house blue. We get lights out, see if it looks any better or worse. See, everything's a bit too blue. It looks good when I've got them all on display, all the models, but it's a bit too blue. You can tell that looks quite nice, apart from the lights. Too much green and too much white. The section on the back of there with the blue, I really like that. That's really nice. The crystal on the back with the impulse engines. See what I mean with the red? Just glows enough. But I have got light leaks above it, so yeah, slight problems. So inside the shuttle bay as well, you're in there, there's actually little shuttles. But where? Yes, there are shuttles in there. I didn't put them in because I think they actually look crap. The shuttles look like they were just flat pieces of metal, which that's all they were. I just didn't want to get you in. There you go. It is the layout of the shuttle bay, if I can get myself still. But yeah, at least I got it lit up inside there. And it's all copper and sprayed white, so it doesn't really do too well with a lighting as it is. Kind of looks speckly as well. I don't think I painted it well enough. But underneath here as well, there's a section here. I'll get that light off. the section here where the stand goes, there was actually a white light, blue light sort of section around there, which is on the model, on the original CGI model. It kind of, you can just see it, but the stand just drops straight on top of it, which is a bit of a shame. But not to worry. A little bit of light leaks there. I didn't fully get this blocked, because I'll block it with silver foil paper. Not paper, it's like a sticker, and it will block off virtually everything. So you'll get the model kit to start with parts, and you'll just cover everything on the inside with silver foil. But yeah, I really like it. It's a good kit, this. It's exceptionally, the plastic is exceptionally thin. So I don't recommend the materials they made this with. I mean, once it's all put together, these sections here, the nacelles, are absolutely, they're wobbling a bit there. But when you've got them on their own, they are so micro thin. They're about a millimetre, if that, of plastic. So they're absolute crap, but it is a nice little kit. New Enterprise there, badge for it. I don't know, there's a proper plaque for it. But yeah, there was supposed to be a button there for changing the patterns, but it didn't seem to work. Actually, if you also noticed on here as well, on the Aztec kit, black section down here, it's that thin for this one as well, that these parts should have been either grey or look a little bit reddish, but they just, the paint, the top layer comes straight off. It was such a delicate Aztecing to do. And I have got worse Aztecings, I'm sure. Oh, look if that will come off there. Brush. Oh, if there's always anything on top of it. No. If you're going to do stuff like this, just be careful. Make sure before you put the final layer, or any layers of clear coat on top of it, that you just make sure that it's ready for it. And if it's not, keep cleaning, keep painting, so you're happy that you know it's all done and ready. Spray with your clear coat. I love to do a matte finish. I don't like it shining too much. You can see a lot more detail on it. The gloss finish, yeah, they look good, but that's my own preference. Stuff like here as well, where the model kit fails, it looks like when you put these parts on that it just doesn't look right. For the section there, because I've got a white line along there, is it meant to be, with a grey section coming round, white, grey, it just doesn't look right. But it didn't look right either, putting the, because it looks like these two curves on here go together. It didn't look right with that either. So, not the best sticker a person. Even on here, it kind of looks jerky around the actual edge of where the lighting is. But it's good enough for me. I'm not selling it. I'm not flogging off the idea of, hey, I'll do your model kit for £100 and just buy from me. I'm not flogging myself as that. I'm not a business doing this. I really couldn't do these as a living. I love them. I love doing them. But it takes months. It takes me months to get on with these. But there you go. Here's the USS Enterprise 2009 edition. J.J. Abrams, J.J. Prize by Revell. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below. Just say hello, give us a comment, tell me what else you want to see. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.